So it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? But I don't have anything fashionable to tell you, although I have a couple of things planned. But just kind of talking about my life, I guess. Good morning. This is Saturday morning. I'm just having my late breakfast. Coco is grumbling in the corner, um, making my list. And I thought I'd share a couple things with you, a couple discoveries, as it were. So there were a few things I wanted to talk about today. And we'll do some fashiony kind of things maybe a little later in the week. I want to get my clothing rail, another one, put together. I've got it here in a box. It's from IKEA. So I have to put my best engineering hat on and try and put that together. But a friend of mine asked me about moving to another country and what it's like, and what were some problems and that kind of thing. And it can be difficult whenever you move into a culture that's not your own, that's not your comfort zone. I experienced that when I moved onto the Cheyenne River reservation in South Dakota, because I'm not native, but I went to a native college and got to, I had the privilege and the honor of working there with the native peoples there, the indigenous people. Um, and it was a wonderful experience. And then of course I lived in Akiak, Alaska, in an Alaskan native fishing village. And again, that was a whole nother culture, a whole nother thing to adjust to. And then I moved to Slovakia, which wasn't too difficult because a lot of people in Slovakia speak English, a lot. Um, so it wasn't so difficult. The things that were difficult to adjust to in Slovakia were everybody walks everywhere. And it used to crack me up. I don't think it's as bad as it was when I first got there many years ago. But they were, and they're a hiking country. They love to hike. They're out in the nature all the time. But then they would tell me how healthy they were, not like Americans. We are much healthier. And light up a cigarette. And I always had to laugh, but I think smoking is kind of going downhill there, which I'm happy to report. Um, but at least the alphabet in Slovakia is the Roman alphabet, which is the alphabet that's used for English. And so I could sound things out. Some of the phonics rules were a little different. Like in Slovakia, the C is always an S sound. It's not ever a k sound. So just some rules that applied. So I had gotten so I could get around Slovakia. I could order my own taxi. I could make hotel reservations. I could go shopping. I could do lots of things and even carry on, basic conversations. And then I moved to Ukraine. Now in Ukraine, they have the Cyrillic alphabet. Do you see this? This is the Cyrillic alphabet. Like this word right here for you English speakers, this says caramel. This is talking about the caramel flavor. And so, yeah. So when I moved to Ukraine and all of a sudden I'm confronted by the Cyrillic alphabet, I'm confronted by the fact that almost no one spoke English. It was much more difficult for me. So it's taken me a long time to kind of relearn, at my age, to relearn, phonics rules for this alphabet. And I can now sound things out. I'm at about a kindergarten level. And a lot of the words, once I sound them out, they're very similar to Slovak words, and I can sometimes figure it out because of that. This is a recent discovery. I love oatmeal. I love oatmeal. And I could find like regular oats, like just, I don't know, what are they called? Rolled oats or steel cut oats, that you had to cook on the stovetop, but I couldn't find instant oatmeal because I didn't know what to be looking for. That's the problem. You know, we're very visual creatures, and so I didn't know what to look for, and I didn't know the words, I didn't know the language, but I found it, and this is hazelnuts and caramel, and it's really, really good. I could even figure out the directions for how to make it because they did it in pictures, and I could figure out enough of the accompanying words that I went, oh, well, okay, I know how to do this. So I was very excited, and I have to tell you, this is really tasty. I highly recommend it. If you like oatmeal, this is really good. Then my groceries are delivered through this pandemic, and we don't have the vaccine here in Ukraine yet. I'm hoping it will be here soon. I'm hoping, because I'm probably gonna have my vaccination done at the American Medical Center, so I'll see which vaccine it is. If it's the Chinese vaccine, which it probably will be, I'm not sure I trust that completely. So I'm going to ask the doctor then if it's okay that I get that vaccine here, and then hopefully when I get back to the States, I can get a vaccine that in my mind, in my heart, I find a little more trustworthy. So I will see how that goes. It's a puzzlement, isn't it? So the thing that came with my grocery order is kind of like a freebie, was this, and you probably can figure out this is Activia because the label looks the same, whether it's in English or Ukrainian. So I thought I'd try it, and this is ginger and lemon, and it's a probiotic. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and I like ginger, so you know, why not? It was tasty. It tasted more like lemon than ginger. I was kind of disappointed because I like ginger, but a lot of people don't like ginger. So if you don't like ginger, don't worry about it. It tastes more like lemon. So I drank it down, and it was not bad. I see it's available in the UK. I had to look it up online because I wasn't sure what all of this said. This says probiotic shot. I could figure that out. So it's just a shot for your health. Get your probiotics for the day, and then accompanying that today, I made a wonderful. Let me see if I can get this label off. You don't want to see my used tea bag. This is Tulsi turmeric and ginger tea that I had here in my Polska cup. This is really yummy. It's warming and it's delicious, and ginger helps with digestion. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. This is good stuff. And I put a little bit of local honey in it, in my mind, and it could be all just there. I have no scientific evidence to back it up. In my mind, a little bit of local honey on a regular basis helps me with allergies. If I remember to put, not tons of it, but a little bit of local honey. It has to be locally produced honey. It helps me with my allergies. So that's my breakfast this morning. Like I said, I do have some other videos planned, but we'll see how that works. And so that my next part of my day will be working in my journal, which is getting stuff done. This is where I make my list. This particular journal, I think I bought. It didn't come from TheraBox, I don't think. And anyway, it's just a great little book. It's not dated, so if you don't write in it every day, it's not a big deal. But it has some pretty interesting things to put together. I've got a little, this is one of the blank pages. So over here, you can make your notes and you can make your list. And here it has, what did you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, la, 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 if you're a person that likes to keep track of what you eat. And then it has shopping list. This is a shopping list. And then it has expenses. What did you spend today? Then it has daily exercise, walking cocoa 6 times. How much water did you drink? That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to try and drink more water. I don't drink near enough water at all. And any self-care things you do, like this weekend I plan on redoing my nails. And personal notes, like down here I sometimes put like inspirational quotes, thoughts for the day, that sort of thing. So this is the kind of getting stuff done journal I use to do my list. I find something very satisfying in making a list and checking things off as I do them. Do you like to do that? It's recommended that you can use just like here's just a little, I collect stationary things. I got some oatmeal on me. How about that? Anyway, that, you know, you can just use blank pages to make your list too. Or let me look down here. There we go. I like to get little notebooks like this and just write in them, and you can journal and write and that kind of thing. So people are either list makers or they're not list makers. I happen to like a list. I feel I can lay out my day. This is what I plan to get done. I have a sense of accomplishment as I check them off. Do I sometimes write something down that I know is going to be quick and easy? Yeah, I do. Just so I have that sense of checking things off. It's a start, you know. It's kind of like my 10 things rule. Some days I just don't feel like doing anything. I just don't feel like doing anything. And you know, there's stuff is disorganized in the house and all of that. And so I tell myself, all right, 10 things, just 10. That's all you have to do. You know, it could be putting away clothes. It could be wash 10 dishes. It could be, you know, straighten 10 things up off of my desk. 10 things, do 10 things that you know need to be done. And then when you're done, you can either continue, it's up to you, or you did your 10 things. Often I go, okay, 10 more. And then I do 10 more. And then usually I end up getting all my chores done. But there are some days I do 10 things and then I'm done. I'm just done. There's no. So how do you keep yourself motivated and organized? I find it's difficult sometimes if I am, when I'm not working like this long 2 week, well, we had 3 weeks off and then we had 2 weeks of virtual. So that's 5 weeks of being home. And I find myself not so motivated. I need that structure of a schedule to go to work, and you know, then at work there's the structure of the class times and meetings and that sort of thing. When I don't have that structure in my day, it's a little harder for me to get motivated. I think it would be easier if I lived with someone, but I don't. So I have to be my own motivator and cheerleader and boss and comforter and all of those things. And like I said, there are some days it's not easy, but other days it's okay. I saw a quote today, I'm sure I'm going to mess it up, and it said, don't desperately try to find someone to share your life with. If they're not right for you, it's better to be alone. So most of the time I don't mind being alone. I really don't. Even when I've been in relationships, that's been a difficulty because I need my alone time, and not just a little. I need a lot of alone time where I'm not talked to, I'm not touched, I just need to be alone. And then I need to be snuggled. And so Coco fulfills that role, sometimes reluctantly. But yeah, it can be in these times of quarantine and lockdowns and self-isolating due to not wanting to get COVID. Um, it can be kind of a lonely time. How are you coping out there? You doing okay? It can be hard. Don't rail at yourself if you're finding it difficult. It's okay. It's not easy. So if you're alone, start a YouTube channel or come see mine or join a group online, take a class online. I've done that. Um, Lots of things you can do. Write your great American novel. But know that even though we might be physically alone here in this apartment, well, except for Coco, we're all together in this. We can do this. We've got it. So mask up, stay healthy. Let me know how you feel about lists. I'd like to hear from you. And bottoms up.